prioritizing this meetup. Hi there, Sheena. How are you? I hope you find this helpful. And let's see who else joins us tonight. I'm really excited about the training that we're going to be sharing. I know Duke let me know that he is on board with us. And so, Michael, I'm expecting you to be online as well, because you said this is something you wanted to get, was the train. Oh, there you go. Hi, Michael. And Sheena, I am fine. Thank you. Thank you for asking. It was a pleasure meeting you face to face on the Zoom this past weekend. So I appreciate that. And for everybody else that's joining us, I always encourage you to keep a notepad and a pen and to be able to take, you know, notes. If you are in the Yellow Letter Mentoring program, we have two programs. We have the real estate investing program, which is the Yellow Letter Mentoring. And I believe that works for both real estate agents and real estate investors. And then we have one that's just for real estate investors, and that is the becoming a top producer. That's just for real estate agents. But I really encourage you to start first with the Yellow Letter Mentoring program if you're looking for training. I know some of you have taken it. You're still involved in some of the trainings I do. So tonight is about really building your real estate agent schedule. And if you're an investor, you're going to hear tips tonight that's going to help you to build a success money-making schedule. Okay, awesome. Okay, I see. You're cooking at the same time. All right, one of the things I would say to you guys is, if, you know, when we have trainings, if you can, kind of like make it time where you can focus on the training. If you have a phone, unless you're taking notes on your phone, put it away, but take the time to have a pen and a paper, because I do take a lot of time to put these trainings together, and I do it based on the guys, what you're telling me you need, and the trainings that, you know, some of the people in this group are agents in my office, in the New York office, and the training is for everybody. I enjoy sharing it, and I hope it's helpful, and I share the things, as I said, that have helped me. So for those that are new to me as a mentor, a coach, a real estate investor, a real estate broker, I have been in the industry, you could say about 30 years, even though I took off about 9 years and got just relaxed a little bit and then went into multi-level marketing. And I realized I was doing so much work. Awesome. Thank you, Michael. So I'm glad that you have your pen and paper, because you've been in my community for a minute and you're one of my favorite encouragers, so I really appreciate that. Hey there, Jesus, I see you. But I wanted to share, you know, if you know me, I've been in this industry about 30 years minus the 9 that I took off for real estate, just to relax and then spend time with my family and build my ministry. And then I got involved in multi-level marketing. And as I was sharing, I found that I was working twice as hard for 1/4 of the money. And I had built a very successful team that started in the Atlanta area all the way to Nigeria. I actually helped 5 Links open up Nigeria, you know, and I did a lot for 5 Links in the Atlanta, Georgia area, built a huge community and became pretty good friends with Lisa Nicole Cloud while I was in that industry. But I am no longer in multi-level marketing. People do approach me. I do coach and train people, real estate marketing. And, oh, exactly. You found me from the CD, and that was my training. I'm a strong believer in training. And so one of the things Lisa Cloud, and I'm sharing this so that you guys can understand the importance of having a system. I created a system when I went into multi-level marketing, and Lisa Cloud is the top female in the 5 Links family. And so when she noticed somebody signed me up on her team, it was actually my son Anthony Williams, went to a meeting at his church, liked what he heard, and then he got involved with he got involved with the church sharing that. I'm getting a lot of texts from people saying I can't find you. And so I want you to know that this training tonight is only in the RIA meetup. I did not extend this to other people. Sometimes I do the RIA training as well on social media, but I really wanted to have this for the RIA meetup group. And so as I was sharing, he signed me up to 5 Links. I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. I got their workbook, their kit. They sent you a kit, and I studied that kit for like a whole week straight. I literally slept with that kit. And I wanted to know what were the money-making activities. And once I realized what they were, the objective to make money was you needed to sign up 3 people, and those people needed to be trained to sign up 3 people. And then you build, a marketing system. And so when I did that, I said, well, if they want 3, I'll do 6. And so I did that, and I became the top producer in the Atlanta area and took Lisa Nicole Cloud from senior vice president to platinum, because the way the system worked is as somebody on your team, even if you've never met them before, if they build, they can move you. And so she reached out to me and said, well, what are you doing to get so many people signed up and you're having success? And, so I shared with her the things I did. And then she said to me, she would come out and do my meetings. And she did. I literally got Columbus, Georgia on the map. Nobody there was building training. So I went there and I started trainings, and I got to national director, and the Columbus Times wrote an article about me because I had helped a few people become successful and earn money through 5 Links, because I focused on the money-making activities. And so Lisa came out to one of my events, and she was shocked how packed it was. And she said, well, what did you do to do this? And I said, well, one of the things is I have a specific game plan. And she said, well, would you mind sharing with me what you think I should do for the next training? And I said, I'd love to do a training video with you. And she said, well, let's do it on prospecting. And so we did, and it became a top producing CD. And Michael purchased that CD, and then he heard me doing some other trainings and connected. And he's been on the Yellow Letter Mentoring and focuses on staying connected, and I really appreciate that. So one of the things I want to share with you guys is, no matter what industry you're in, you have to look for the money-making activities. So one of the things I also like to share is I'm going to give you some ideas, and I hope you focus on taking these sincerely, like really take these sincerely. One of the things I always start with is mindset. Even when I was in multi-level marketing and people wanted to work with me, I started actually, which was unheard of. Lisa Cloud was so happy with the work I was doing that she reached out to me to present the information at her office. And then she reached out to me to, gave me permission to go ahead and start marketing products myself. And 5 Links didn't allow you to do that until you became senior vice president, but they allowed me. And then again, because of my training, Century 21, in the late 80s, early 90s, I got started as a real estate agent, and they gave me 2 franchise offices in the Queens area. One was in Queens and one was in Long Island. I had middle to lower class rentals and things of that sort. And then I had what I call my TBS estates, which focused on the $1 million properties. But it was all because of training. My agents got success because of training. And so when I took time off, I went back into real estate. And, you know, I believe in training. If you work with me in the office, you're going to hear training, training, training. Because if you don't understand what you're doing, you're going to focus on the wrong things. And if you don't understand the money-making activities, you're going to not focus on them. And again, you're going to focus on the wrong things. So one of the things I like to start with, again, is mindset. So the first thing you want to look at, when you are working on your schedule, you want to focus on why you got started in real estate. This is really time management. Why did you get started in real estate? And then once you figure out the why, you're going to look at the how. The what is it that you're going to do to make that why happen? The what. Because if you're a real estate agent, you might say, I want to focus with getting to the top in my office by becoming a top listing agent. I want to have more listings than anybody else in my office. You might say, I want to be a strong buyer's agent. If you're an investor, you might say, I want to be a strong wholesaler. I want to be really strong at fixing and flipping. I want to be really strong at, you know, getting some properties and holding on to them. So the why is very important, but the what is the second most important thing, because it's going to affect the how you focus on your schedule, what things you put on your schedule. So you first want to really take time to figure out your why. And if your why doesn't make you cry, if it doesn't make you, you know, be willing to lose sleep, forget a meal, skip some Starbucks so that you can invest in your business, if it doesn't do all of that for you, then you're really not tapped into your why. And your why is the thing that is, it's like if you have a computer and I said, Google, you know, what houses are for sale in your zip code, you have to put in certain information to get that information. So you have to Google your zip code of interest, and then you have to put in what are the available properties in that zip code. Well, your brain is like that, and your brain takes your why and it starts Googling things, like you start being aware of things, of deals and people, and you know, your brain will say, talk to this person, do this, because it's just been focused on achieving that why. It'll make you lose sleep if you have to, but you're going to get that why done. So, but the why has to be something you can smell, you can feel it. It's got to be emotional. It's got to be something that's really important to you. And for some people, our parents are important to us. For some people, spouses are important. For some other people, it's your children. You know, for some it's grandchildren, for some it's a church, a school, a ministry, something that is not money. Money is not a motivator. Money is not a motivator. If money were the motivator, everybody that got into multi-level marketing would be successful. Everybody that says, I want to become a real estate agent or investor would be successful. But the ones that are most successful are the ones that tap into their why. So you have to really figure out your why. And again, it's got to make you really feel emotion about it. And if you don't have emotion, if you can't smell it, if you can't, the reason Walt Disney was able to build Disney World is because everything about him was passionate about getting Disney World to be seen. And this is why I posted the other day, tomorrow's not promised to anybody, but your dreams are promised to you. Some people have passed on and their dreams came to be. Walt Disney was one of my most favorite people of life have been Martin Luther King. He never saw his dream, but he saw it in his vision, in his dream, and then it became reality. Same thing with Walt Disney. And that's what your why does for you. So your why should be on your schedule. Hey there, Duke, I'm glad you got it. So your why has to be on your schedule. If you have, whatever planner you have, you should have a picture of your why as soon as you open your planner. Why are you doing this? What is motivating you? What is really the thing in your heart that you can't live without accomplishing? That should be the picture you put in your plan as soon as you look at your planner, so it keeps igniting you. But if you don't have passion for what you put in there, yes, so if you don't have passion for what you put in there, then it's not going to move you. So you really want to take time to be passionate. And if you've been following me for a minute, you know that when I got in real estate, my passion was to change the life of my 3 children and my mother. Those things motivated me. I was willing to work 24/7 to go to listing appointments at 2 o'clock in the morning, because when my mom needed to show the money for the first home I bought her, I wanted to make sure that money was in my savings account, because back then they wanted to see the money in your bank book before you could close. And so it was there because I was so motivated to get it done. And now my children are all in real estate one way or the other. And, now my motivation is to leave a legacy. That I'm passionate about that. And I'm also passionate about people that get involved in real estate to understand what they do. The other day, Michael said to me, he sees that I love to teach, because if it wasn't for the teachers I came across, I wouldn't be able to share what I'm sharing. So the number one thing for your time management is to get pictures of your why in your planner. You want to have a planner. I know everybody says, okay, I can put everything on my phone, but especially if you have a smartphone, it crashes. Every so often you've got to upgrade it. I like to have my phone, but I also like to have a backup planner, a simple planner, and find one that works for you. I like one that I can put in my everyday bag, that I can grab and just keep in my car. And my planner has my schedule. I can put a smaller yellow pad in it, and in the yellow pad I write my notes. And then I also have things that I have to accomplish for that week. So you want to make sure you do that. Number 2, you want to look and see, number 3, you want to understand that you have to put first things first. First things first. Make sure that in your planner you're putting in the money-making activities. Awesome. And you make sure you put in the money-making activities. And do you know the money-making activities? Because if you don't know, I see people get into real estate and they don't have a coach or a mentor, so they're spending a lot of time doing stuff that's not really going to help them. When you have a coach and a mentor, that's so important. That's the number one thing that changed my life, my mom's life, my children's life, is because I sought out a mentor. And then I did everything that the mentor told me to do, and it changed my life. And now I'm changing a lot of people's lives. And when I look at kids that grew up with my kids, some of them are very famous, and they still treat my kids a certain way because they saw what real estate did. And a lot of them come up to me and say, Mama Lovejoy, I got into real estate because of what I saw you accomplish in real estate. So people are watching you, and you want to play full out. You don't want to play the real estate game in a scared, soft way. And, it's not worth it. But really commit that you're going to find yourself a mentor, and then you're going to invest in something that mentor is offering. And then you're going to focus on a program with that mentor, and you're going to stick to it until you complete the program. I'll never forget having a conversation with Lisa, and I said, you know, Lisa, I don't think I want to do MLM anymore. I really want to just quit. And she said, okay, let me say that one of the things is, Lisa said to me, don't quit until you get to the top of the industry, until you really, you know, accomplish certain things. Once you do that, then you quit. Because most people in real estate, you don't understand. I see, you know, you're saying nobody wants to mentor you. But a lot of mentors, they have a program that you can invest in. And if you're not willing to invest in yourself, most mentors are going to share information. But if you really want somebody to hold your hand and guide you, find the least expensive program they offer. Do a payment plan if you have to. But it is your future. You have to invest in it. You have to be invested in it. Yes, Lisa's doing the Lisa Nicole collection. She's been working on that even when I was in 5 Links. And I haven't been in 5 Links for what? I think it's at least 9 years, at least, maybe. But anyway, so you have to really focus on investing in yourself. Any industry you want to get to be the top of, they're not going to take you seriously if they don't see you investing in yourself. Hey there, JH, if they don't see you investing in yourself. So you really want to invest in yourself. It's when you invest in a mentor or a coach, you're not investing in them. When I found Robert Allen and invested in him, I wasn't investing in him. I was investing in the future of Johnny Handsome, Anthony Williams, Shannon Serena Harmon. You know, I was investing in Eunice Curry, my mother. You know, so you're not investing in them. They're helping you get your why accomplished faster. They're helping you get your why accomplished faster. When I found Mike Ferry, he started at $295 a month for coaching. I didn't look at it like, oh my God, Mike Ferry, I can't afford this. I figured this man had sold and had a system. I had done 100 homes my first year by myself, but I was running around like a nut. And my kids, Johnny and them, were just coming out of Pampers. And so I was running around with my 3 babies at people's homes at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and having them sit in their car seat while I was doing the real estate listings. I was taking listings at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning because that's the only time some of my sellers could meet with me. And so, you know, when Mike Ferry said I have a system, I wanted to know how I could do more deals in less time so I could have more time with my children. And I wasn't taking them to the office with me. You will figure it out when your why is important, but you've got to find a coach and a mentor. And you've got to find somebody who is, you know, that you're willing to invest something, a book. Buy a book they have. Buy their least expensive mentoring program. The thing is, everybody can get into real estate now. Even to get a real estate license, you're going to spend a few $1,000s depending on the state you're in. Some classes are less than a couple of $100s, but by the time you, you know, invest in a marketing area, branding yourself, getting your business cards, if you're going to do all of that and you don't have a coach and a mentor, you're kind of messing up your children. You're messing up your children and your future. It's not gonna help you. So really think about, what can I do to find the money? And I've told some people, you might even consider Ubering. You might consider a part-time job. There's so much you can do to work from home nowadays. Consider that if you want to, but make sure that you are doing what you need to do to grow your business. You gotta be willing to study. So one of the things you also want to look at is what are the money generating activities is time with your mentor or coach. The other thing that really you want to look at as a real estate agent, a real estate investor, is that your 90% of your time should be to finding your next deal, to finding your next listing. And it's got to not be just any listing or any deal. It's got to be something that's properly priced. If you're getting overpriced listings, then that's not going to help you get deals closed. If you're getting a lot of contracts and the wholesale, like they're overpriced and you really can't wholesale them, you're really wasting your money and your time, and you're going to burn out before you can make money. If you have a real estate license and you got it and you haven't gotten a listing in 30 days, then you're not focusing on your money-making activities. And so the money-making activities for a real estate agent and a real estate investor, for an agent, you're looking for the next properly priced listing. The next properly priced listing. And for a real estate investor, you're looking for the next properly priced contract with good terms, with good terms for you. And if you can't find that, keep looking until you find it. It's better to keep looking than to have a whole bunch of stuff nobody's willing to take off your hands. You will do better waiting to get yourself a properly priced listing. So as an agent, you want to look on MLS and see what are the homes that are selling, what's the price point, what's expired. How can you put an expired package together, an expired letter? How can you get the phone numbers for the expireds and call that person as soon as you see the expiration date hit? And then you want to follow up with a letter, but you want to because they want to sell. And if you're an investor, you also want to ask an agent, can you find me some stuff online that may need some work? This is what I look for. Find this for me. But you're always looking for the next deal, because here's the thing. Once you find a good deal, once you find a good listing, once you upload it on MLS, once you promote it on social media, it's going to sell itself. But if you are getting things that are overpriced or the terms don't work, you're going to be wasting a lot of energy. Every video I have put online, I get calls because of that video, and that deal usually ends up being gone. And it also exposes other people to say, can I put you on my buyer's list? Can you put me on your buyer's list? But you have to focus on the money-making activity. So for real estate agents, you should be cold calling. You should be driving for dollars. You should be focusing on follow-up. You should be marketing. How are you marketing? You could do the yellow letter. You could do the postcards. You can do expired listings, probate. You can do for sale by owners. And the thing is, investors can do pretty much the same. You've got a network. Also is something that should be on your money-making schedule. These are all the things that need to be on your schedule. And you have to prioritize which you're going to be putting first. As an investor or real estate agent, you want to always be improving your own credit. You want to have that on your schedule. You want to be improving your access to money, your credit lines, your credit cards. Credit for a real estate agent or a real estate investor, when you get your nice scores and you just sit and hold on it, you don't understand the concept of real estate. You've got to invest money, invest your credit, invest your time, get a deal, get something to hold on to, because the goal, hopefully you got into real estate so that you create income. You create income. And so that's very, very important that you do that. Okay, so the other thing you want to look at, you should be looking at properties. You've got to make time to go connect with for sale by owners. And a lot of this stuff you can do now online. You don't have to go and meet everybody face to face. I did a training where I shared with you guys that you can have the seller walk through their own house and FaceTime you, and you can say, can you show me this corner? Can you do this? Can you do that? Because everything is going online, including business. People are working more so from home. There's still going to be some people that want to meet you face to face, some properties you want to see face to face, but a lot of your work can be done just by you, you know, focusing on a good schedule and working from home. And so the other things you want to look at is you need time to practice your scripts. We have worksheets, we have scripts, and you don't want to practice your script when you're sitting in front of the seller. You want to practice your script before you get to the seller. My kids will tell you when they were small, I would practice my scripts with them. And they would say, Mommy, you look funny when you say that. Mommy, why you look so serious when, but they were little. So they were very honest. And so it helped me. So I would practice on my kids, and then I would practice on live phone calls. I'd have the worksheet in front of me, and I would literally call and read the script. And nobody ever said to me, hey, you sound like you're reading a script. They just answered my questions. But if they had said to me, you sound like you're reading a script, I would have said I am. And I'm doing this because I want to make sure I'm collecting all your information. I speak to a lot of sellers on a daily basis, and I would not want to put your information with somebody else. I'm very, very, concerned about making sure that I collect all the correct information so that I can give you the correct game plan. And so, you have to, people just want to know why you're doing it that way. And once you explain it, they're okay. So you want to practice reading the worksheets, because when I first got a Mike Ferry worksheet, a script, I practiced it and practiced it. And here it is 20 plus years later. And I still remember the script like it was yesterday. I still use it. When I'm calling people, hi, this is Wendy. I'm with Rape Properties. I'm calling to see if you or anybody you know is thinking of buying or selling a home now or in the near future. If you were to sell, where would you go? And if you were to sell, when would that be? Like, once you practice a script, it will stay in you. I guarantee if you go to Denzel and ask him some scripts from my favorite movie he was in was Malcolm X, he could probably read the script to you without having the script, because it's embedded in him, because he read it over and over so he could become that person. And time, you want to make sure you have time on your schedule that you are practicing your scripts. That should be on your schedule. You want to make sure that every single day you watch at least one video. It could be one of my trainings, somebody else's trainings, but watch something 20 minutes to 30 minutes a day of real estate information. And I say, whoever your trainer is, watch that person, because you don't want to pull information from everywhere. You end up not really having a true game plan. So you need to do your marketing.